Hey guys, John Blaze back again here. I don't normally make videos back to back, but I just finished watching the new Judicial Watch video. It's called Exposing the Lies and Corruptions of the Caravan. It's an interview between the one Judicial Watch gentleman, not Tom Fitt, not the president, but it's another gentleman, and this journalist. His name's Ari Horowitz, or Amy, A-M-I Horowitz. It was an amazing interview of this guy basically saying that he was down there in amongst the caravan again, and it is confirmed that the United Nations High Council on Refugees is involved and has been involved in this caravan since its inception. And it's because when he was down in Mexico, he was also involved in the Muslim refugee crisis of Syria. And he said the two differences was with this caravan / invasion, it is so highly organized, it's not even funny. He said that they actually have PowerPoint presentations that they do nightly to afford the people in the caravan an option to, as soon as they hit the United States border, it helps to coach them on the best possible means to allow them asylum into our country. He said that they are coached on everything from what to say, also the press briefings anytime they're interviewed. And he said, but when the cameras are off, 99.9% of them do not say they are fleeing their countries from violence or oppression. It's all economic based related, or them saying, oh, well, I was deported once before, I miss my PlayStation, I miss, Xbox, I miss this, I miss the internet and phones, I just want to go back because of the economic opportunities. No, you do not get to leave your country and come to my country just because you want an upgraded life. Our own citizens, me personally, I live in a one-family income. Would I like to have my circumstances upgraded and have a more upgraded life? Hell yeah, you're damn right. Not one of us wouldn't say the same damn thing. That does not constitute you asylum into my country. And the fact that now it has been shown and proven that the United Nations is backing this and have been backing this since its inception. As I said, it's the High Council on Refugees and UNICEF. They're the ones playing the biggest part in this. And this Amy Hammer, or Horowitz, I apologize, he said when he spoke to this woman over the phone, she was boastful that the United Nations were involved in it. And he flat out said to her, is this also just a way to thumb your nose at Trump? And she said without pause, yes, absolutely, because the United Nations cannot stand President Trump. And the United Nations, look at it, Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, Obama set the pins up. Hillary was supposed to get in and already start having the borders down and our Constitution basically start being revised and wiped out, that then our guns get taken away. But since that didn't happen and Trump got in, now look at what they're having to do. And the fact that at every single turn, Trump is being sued when, as far as I'm concerned, this is national security. I don't understand how this federal judge, Ninth Circuit or not, can be able to tell the president that, no, he cannot block asylum when it's all national security related. They're not coming here for violence or oppression, fleeing that shit. They're coming here just because they want a better life. And when these people were also interviewed, it was said, well, okay, if you're fleeing violence and oppression, why did you come yourself? Why wouldn't you bring your wife or your daughter, son, your mom, father? Why would you just come yourself? And again, they couldn't answer that because it's all a ploy. So I also just seen Dabu just put up a video saying that the president has now given the order that live fire is to be allowed at the border. If any shenanigans start up, boom, you're getting real bullets fired at your ass. And that's I'm glad, because you know what? It's time now. Enough of these dilly-dally, pity-patter Democratic Party and leftist billionaire bullshit games. You know, if you wanna kick the fireworks off and you wanna get down to the nitty-gritty, let's do it. You know what? Every American in this country, I'm sure, is tired of this bullshit of that, oh, we're supposed to give the world something. We owe the world something. We're not allowed to have sovereignty. No. We are allowed to have sovereignty. You don't see this shit happening in Russia. You don't see any of this shit happening because you know what? Russia will straight up shoot their asses too. I mean, granted, that's communistic. We're the only country that still has really like the freedoms and that. And that's why it pisses the United Nations off, because they want our sovereignty taken down. As I said, you guys need to watch this video. I'm serious. It was the most informative video I've seen in a minute. And whatever the Spanish equivalent is to the Open Society Foundation, this Spanish place is called Humans Without Borders. That's the NGO responsible for organizing all this. And another thing, you know, CNN and NBC and ABC and them all saying like, oh, it's fake news that, you know, there isn't military age males like that. And when they set up and you see them back here and they're talking to a person, and then behind in the background they see little kids walking and this and that. It's all orchestrated. There's only 5, maybe 7% of women and children. The rest is all men. Military aged male with Pakistani, Chinese, Cuban intelligence and operatives all mixed in for good measure. So I'm telling you, you guys need to check out this video. It was amazing at, you know, what this guy found out. And I still think it's nuts that they actually didn't even walk all that far. Like, you know, they supposedly walked like 1,100 miles from Guatemala and Honduras and that to Mexico. And no, they've maybe walked like a total of 150 miles total. The rest had been all luxury buses, luxury this, luxury that, flatbeds, anything that they can muster, all the water. They are even given medical treatment. Kids with the medical, like whoever's footing this bill is paying millions upon millions. Hence, that's why I said UNICEF and the United Nations are all behind this. And I just think that it needs to pop off. Enough playing games. If you want to pop it off and you want to start some shit with our country, you know, do it whenever, and drop the pretenses. Enough's enough. Hold on, I gotta pause it real quick. What they need to do is get proof. Trump needs to send some of them JSOC boys or like undercover operatives down there and get footage of the PowerPoint presentations that they're putting up on these big ass screens to teach people what to say when they get to the border. You know, he needs to get evidence. That way, there can be proof. But who's to say that, you know, I mean, obviously we know that there is some sort of plan also in place because we know Trump has beat it back long enough and tried to get our country back to some form of a semblance. But even he can't control it because he's still an elitist, you know. He was the lesser of two evils, but he's still a part of the evil. And that's why, again, if it just needs to pop off, let it pop off. I mean, yeah, it sucks that it's in the middle of winter and people are going to have to fight a war in the middle of winter, but hey man, Washington did it. Yeah, I mean, people froze to death, but I'd rather go down. Honestly, I'd rather die on my feet than cowering on my knees. But I mean, that's honestly just me. So everybody, check out this interview because it is an amazing interview. I've also seen reports. I saw John X Army found something. I don't want to make the video too long. It's already at almost 10 minutes. Last night I saw John X Army found something that DARPA had just did a test on Plum Island, basically like a cyber attack, like a beta test, to test what it would be like of using a cyber attack to down the power grid. I don't know if they're testing for our power grid or they're testing, what it would take for a type of cyber attack to bring down our grid, or if they're even if they're trying to do it to somebody else's power grid. I mean, nobody can really know at this point. Again, I just think that people need to be really, really vigilant. Mexico is part of the reason why we're here. Yeah, they wanted to give asylum to these assholes, and these assholes didn't take it. But Mexico is part of the problem also, because they don't want these people in their country. Hence, that's why they were giving them police guard. That's another part of the interview, that this dude, the Horowitz dude, was down there, and he saw from where they went, when the buses would take them, they'd get police escorts the whole way up to our border. Why the hell wouldn't you just turn them around? Say, no, this is as far as you're coming, and that's all the farther you're coming. Because a lot of these Mexico residents, that's their biggest beef, especially in Tijuana. They're like, how do all these migrants know exactly how to get to Tijuana? Like, if you're walking and all this and that, why are some of them not popping up down here? Or down here, making their way down to Arizona or this and that? No, it's like all the influx is directly at Tijuana. And that's because they want to have a huge, huge presence of like 10 to 15,000 people, maybe even more, and then try to rush the border all at once. And fuck it, open fire. But if that's what the Border Patrol has to do, or the military has to do, open fire. But I just want y'all to know this. As soon as they open fire, that's what the UN wants them to do, because then the UN's going to say, oh, human rights violations, you're not allowing them asylum, so guess what? We're sending our blue helmets in. And once the blue helmets get here, hey man, that's when the fat lady starts singing. So I suggest everybody out there in TV land and computer land, smoke them if you got them, because we're going into the holidays, so everybody's going to be preoccupied on their own, holiday feasts. This might be the last times, like really, truly, that we get to have a really good, happy time with our families before shit hits the fan. So, smoke them if you got them. Enjoy your time with your family, and whatever goes down from here on out goes down. Just, prep, keep prepping away. Like I said, buy as much ammunition as you can. Water. Get ammo before it's all bought out. I mean, granted, these assholes, they're gonna have heavy artillery, but don't ever shake your resolve. Our resolve is steadfast. The people that win wars is the people that want it the most. That's why when you see a smaller force against a bigger force, sometimes that smaller force, most of the time that smaller force prevails, is because they want it more. They're hungrier. So get yourself, a good pair of shoes. A lot of people don't realize that if shit hits the fan, they're probably gonna have to walk or ride bike a lot of places. You need a good steady pair of shoes. Get yourself toilet paper, as much as you can get. Books. A lot of people don't understand you're gonna need books on engineering, electrical, plumbing, carpentry, gardening. Books on just whatever you can. You never know. Those books might end up being the last books of a time. You know what I mean? I personally am getting books, like America's historical documents. Just water filters and little straw things, purified water, Spam, tuna fish. I know a lot of people go for the rice and all that, things that last the longest, but when it does happen, I highly doubt you're going to want to eat nonstop, in and out, rice and beans every day, all day, 3 times a day for, a year, 2 years, or however long this shit really takes to pop off. So leave yourself some options. Try to get, MREs if you can. I mean, they don't really taste the best, but they'll keep you alive. Um, Catch me on Marv Fugal. I'm gonna try to call Marv later tonight and give him the URL to the Judicial Watch video. Let him see this, because I think it's need to know that the United Nations is behind this. I mean, yes, people have been curious about it, because you can't have this level of organization with just leftist billionaires. You need some type of structure that knows how to do it. So now, it's been proven. So I'm at 1540. John Blaze out. Everybody just stay vigilant. Stay aware. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Enjoy it while you can, man. Just share one last good memory. Make sure you take pictures of you and your family. One of the last great times you have to, like, really truly be together, that you can look back on. Should anything happen, I'm hoping, God forbid, we always have to pray that nothing happens, but I, for one, personally, am just getting sick and tired of this bullshit of, the tit for tat, let's send these up, let's use these little mice with the cats behind, and, our government, let's try to hide it from the public so that there's no, enough is enough, man. If it's gonna pop off, let it just pop off and be what it is, so Americans can start fighting for our country, and we can begin doing what we gotta do. Alright? John Blaze out. Y'all stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy, New Year's. Merry Christmas. Everything. Love. Lots of love to all my human beings. And stay positive. And, let's hope for the best, ladies and gentlemen. Love y'all. I'm out.